Welcome back to Pinero's Mind. Now, on the last video I put up, I was talking about certain elites like Bill Gates, etc., leaving certain companies and selling their shares and stocks, resigning and whatnot, right? But within those few people that was put up on the screen, there was a few bankers. Yeah, there was a few bankers that are looking to do the same thing. Now, you should be very wary of this because the banking system right now is very, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. The amount of money owed, the stock markets ain't too great because the coronavirus kind of smashed it all. It was already on a downfall, you know, it was already on a downfall, but since the coronavirus, whether it's their excuse or not to get away from certain situations, and I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs. I can just say what I'm seeing, yeah? So, what does that mean for us?
For every dollar of debt that's going to come due, the cash that is held in the hands of the borrower is 12 cents, and that doesn't begin to cover it. So you could have a classic modern version of what we used to call a run on the banks, or a bank panic, or a monetary panic. And let's not forget, what led to the crisis of 2008 was the inability of people who couldn't afford it to pay back the mortgages they had taken out, and then the system fell apart based on that failure of the debt to be repayable.
The odds are shifting very quickly to this could be it, because we
okay,
really
now
hit
hold on a second, Harry, because you throw out numbers here.
Higher than
I just want to make sure
the bubbles are off the charts,
okay.
and so this could be the beginning. Here's the trick, and it's very difficult when bubbles burst, and we've researched every major stock bubble in the last century. The first whack is 40% on average in 2 to 3 months.
40%.
So the problem is it's almost better to hedge. We're telling right now options are cheap. It's better to hedge your portfolio than necessarily get out. But it's better to hedge or get out early, because once this thing happens, it'll happen so quick that people won't know it.
You're saying, look, the crash is coming, the huge sell-off is coming, and it's because of debt.
Picture yourself in one of these scenarios. You go shopping and your credit card transaction is denied despite the fact that you know you have money in your account. Or you go to an ATM machine and you're informed that your withdrawal request has been denied. Or you're a public official, such as a school business administrator, county treasurer, municipal finance manager, pension fund administrator, or anyone who has responsibility for protecting public taxpayer funds. You're informed that all accounts have been frozen until further notice. As you investigate why you can't access money you know should be available, you find out that the bank has failed and has been closed until further notice by the FDIC. You may have placed your money into one of the big banks because it has large vaults and is protected by the government. You may have placed public monies into a large bank because they're collateralized and the government will back them. Therefore, you think these funds are safe. All of these assumptions are not based on the facts. Perhaps you recall that in Cyprus, depositors' money was confiscated in order to stabilize the banks. Similar plans are already in place to do the same in the US and other countries.
All I'm going to say to people, yeah, is, you see, it's a bit of a 50-50 situation, because you got, on the flip side, you got people saying they're going to just deal with currency and that's it. Just banking, online banking, everything done through that, instead of, and get rid of the cash, right? That's one of the theories, right? So on the flip side, what do you do in a situation like this? Do you take all your money out of the bank? What do you do? Take half of your money out of the bank and leave half in it? You know what I mean? What do you do? You see me, I put out videos on power grids failing and things like that, right? So, okay, so if the power grid's gonna fail, what do we do? What do we do about the money? About the money that you've slaved your butt off to earn? You know what I mean? I don't know. But what I will say is definitely keep some underneath the mattress, like most definitely. I don't know what they're gonna tell you if the banks crash. But there was that one situation in Italy, a good few years back, think it was like 2012, maybe 2013, there was a point where the Italians were telling their people that you can only have £30 out of the bank, you can only get £40 a day. I think it was either £30 or £40 a day in our money, in UK money. That is just not, it's not acceptable. it's some people go through that, that's nothing, like, to go through a day, you know. It's not that, it's not a good thing, and this is how everybody's learned from this situation, like how you handle your money and think about the rainy days, for real. So what do we do? You know what I mean? Do we take half the money out? What I'm gonna say to you guys is have something. You know what I mean? But if there is a power failure and a grid knockout, will money be worth anything at that time? You know what I mean? I don't know. We're gonna get into more videos like this. We're gonna get into more videos and see what's going on. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And whatever information we get in the next couple of weeks about these bankers. And they're definitely one to watch here, because they're the one that hold all the money. Yeah? So, like, share, and subscribe. Peace.